Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Bear Care Corner Special Live Edition. We're going to give everybody a few moments to tune in. So first, we'll introduce ourselves. We are live here in the main bar. We have a special guest in the stall next door.
You'll hear him in a moment.
I think, if you hear him, then maybe you can start to guess who it is. We'll give you a second, then we're going to go visit him, and then we have a whole program set up for everyone. This is
Nicole. Hello, I'm the senior animal caregiver here at Happily Ever After Farm Sanctuary.
My name is Andrea, the animal care manager here at the sanctuary, and we're going to give you all of the resident updates today on our program. I did a little teaser. It's very quick though. So this is what's coming up. This is what's coming up in the video.
Oh.
If you can guess. It's really quick.
Oh.
And that's it.
Very cute. Wow.
So on our program today, we have Nancy's daily regimen. Nicole put some videos together about his daily care, which is quite extensive as we're kind of scrolling through our list of things to do. It is quite long. There's medications, treatments.
He takes up many columns on our daily animal care notes and medication lists. So lots of specialized care for him.
Our notes are kind of arranged in an Excel doc, and every kind of action item is a line. So there could be a resident with one action item. There could be a resident. Nancy's probably
close to at least 10 to 15.
I was thinking 15.
Yeah.
PM's a little bit less depending on what's going on. So it's medications, treatments. Nancy's an elderly bird, so Nancy has a lot going on. We're going to show you a little bit of that. We have Obama supplemental feeding, which he gets every single day. We wanted to share that with you. Very excited. Goat integration.
Yeah, very exciting week for that.
Brand new information. I don't even know if you know anything about it yet. Maybe you heard on Barnside. I'm not sure. But we're going to talk about that a little bit here on the video and explain a little bit more what happened with the goat integration this week and a few more resident updates, including Cooper and Denver. If you can hear somebody honking next door, let us know in the comments if you can guess who it is. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
Let us know where you're tuning in from so we know that you're hearing us loud and clear. If you have any questions during the program, let us know in the comments, and we will be happily answering them live because that's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, in the moment.
Yeah, so any questions about the care that we're talking about or just in general, put them on the screen. We'll try to capture them because they can go by really quickly, but we will do our best. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're live here in the main bar, and we're going to be going over a few resident updates. We also have a special brand new feature, why not?
Yes!
Called...
Whoa, trivia time. Yes. All right, Joyce, get ready.
Joyce, get ready for trivia. So as we're going through the program, we're going to be trying to layer in some trivia questions based on this rescued game that we have. Somebody had donated. It's really cool. It's all these kind of trivia based around farmed animals and rescued animals. So we're going to be using those as inspiration for our trivia, and we're going to put the first one on the board in a sec, and then that'll give you guys some time to tune in and put your answers or your guesses in the comments. Our first one. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Margaret. Thanks for tuning in to Special Live Bear Care Corner.
Very impromptu.
Should we introduce our special guest first before we get into the video? Okay, so we're going to. We're in a good spot. I don't want to move around too much, but I think we just show our special guest.
Yeah. Oh, he's already ready. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, he's getting ready.
Okay, everyone can see this.
Look at him.
Not even in the stall yet.
Look at him. Okay, let's go. Leave this open. Go give him a little bit of a belly rub to start.
Goodness.
He's not going anywhere.
Oh, buddy.
We need to start the program with a little Raymond belly rub. Oh no. And then we're going to get into our first topic of discussion and some trivia in a sec. Stay tuned.
What a day.
Yeah. I hope you can hear his belly rub song from here. Let us know. Here he goes. Okay.
There it goes. Oh,
we will be stepping out for a sec because we know what happens to the tripod when Raymond has access to it. So we're gonna go see him again in a second. We just gotta get him settled. And then
right by the gate.
Good job, Ray. So we're gonna start to talk about Nancy's care. His daily regimen is up on the screen, and we're also going to get our first trivia question up on the screen. If you know the answer to this, put it in the comments. It'll stay up for a few minutes. I'm going to make it small. Hopefully you can still see it. But why is moldy food bad for chickens? A, it tastes and smell bad. B, it may be toxic and kill them. C, it contaminates the eggs. Let us know if you know the answer. I'm going to keep it down in the corner just so you can kind of continue playing as we go. And our first guy up on the board is Nancy. So Nicole the other morning put together a little video of his care and kind of what that looks like, and kind of beginning at just the morning, I guess.
Yeah, it was just the morning.
So
yeah,
this is him being let out, but then we get into the treatments.
Yes.
What is happening?
So this is, I had just opened up the coop, so he made his way out to the door to kind of greet the world, see the sunshine. Yeah.
So he kind of makes like a little speech on that.
Yes,
That's
very
section.
important.
Okay, what's happening here?
Yeah, so here we're starting. So we are monitoring his weight carefully. He is on a diet right now, so he has like carefully prepared, measured out amount of food that he gets twice daily. And this is a time lapse of all of the different medications that he's getting. So I think at this point, so he has his, I know, multiple different pain medications, supplements. I think at this point he was still on an antifungal, antibiotics as well. So it kind of varies depending on what he's going through, but typically there's always a baseline of pain medication and supplements that he gets every day. And then VIP breakfast, private reservations.
Separate from the other birds because there's a lot of medication in there. And with some of the birds, a lot of the birds we direct syringe them, direct pill them. But for Nancy, that would be way too stressful. So it goes in his feed, which is a good way to give that to him.
And he loves it. Obviously, he's a very good boy.
And they're all flavored.
Yeah.
All those, the liquid ones are all flavored.
Yeah, like banana or like marshmallow. They're very nice. And then here is myself and caregiver Chris. So we are doing laser therapy on Nancy here. So he gets laser a couple times a week, and we focus over his hips and his hocks. So he gets 2 treatments per leg, and he's very tolerant of it. This is one of his favorite positions, kind of sitting in someone's lap with his back legs or his legs hanging over like that.
Back leg
always. And then a couple seconds ago, I think the video is kind of going through, but that's okay. I was also bandaging up his leg. He is prone to hock sores with his,
especially now.
Yeah, with his mobility. It's a little bit harder for him to get around. He does have moments of soreness, so he does tend to spend more time sitting down. So we keep a close eye on those hocks to make sure that he's not getting any sores. He does have a little one forming, so it does get wrapped with some nice thick cast padding. And then another super crazy time lapse that we just went through, some of his other care. I think most folks have seen photos of him wearing his little tail cover there. So unfortunately, some of the other birds do will often peck at his feathers. He does have a history of cancer on his tail feathers, and issues with the feathers not growing in nicely. So he has that tail cover on just to make sure that it's protected, his little voice. So that gets all done. Yeah, so that gets cleaned and swapped out daily. And then in addition to making sure that the feathers are growing in nicely, he did have a little acute flare-up of those feather issues a couple weeks ago. So he did see our avian specialist, so he was on some medications for that. So all of those things are checked twice daily. So that was just his little morning routine.
That's like a really quick version of it.
Yeah.
From even longer.
An hour probably just about Nancy and his care at least.
But that's kind of the gist of it. And that leads us to our first. I did see an answer, and I think that's actually a good answer. Joy said ABC.
Oh,
I think that could be because that's not the right answer according to the cards, but I think it kind of is. So the first answer is B. How do you say that? Mycotoxins? Yes.
Yeah.
So mycotoxins can be produced if there's mold, and it's super dangerous. But I feel like it also smell and taste bad.
Yeah.
I don't know about the eggs, but good guess Joyce.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting a few
all of the
more
above.
trivia questions throughout the program today. So if you want to play along with us, go for it.
Yes.
You can put them on in the comments. I'm seeing a few more people tune in. We got Gail and Brooke.
Hi.
Good morning from Seattle. What time is it here? It is 12:40
Yes.
p.m.
It's like,
So good afternoon, good morning,
Hello.
wherever you are tuning in from. Seattle, that's so cool. We are live here from Campbellville, Ontario, Canada. And if you're just tuning in, we'll just do the program again really quick. Nancy Delight Regiment, we just went over. Obama supplemental feeding is next.
Very cute.
Yes. Goat integration, and we have a few resident updates. We also have a special guest, Ray. You can probably hear him honking.
Yeah.
He got one belly rub. I think we'll have to go back in at the end and do another belly rub. And if you have any questions about animal care during the program, let us know in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Yes. Let us know your questions. Let us know your trivia answers. Yeah, the next session, like I just mentioned, was Obama's supplemental feeding. And we'll do trivia while we're talking about him at the same
next
time.
Question.
So how fast can a pig run? Nicole, I don't know if Nicole knows the answer to this. We got 6 miles per hour, 11 miles per hour, or 18 miles per hour. So,
and it's in miles too. My brain is in kilometers.
Maybe you'll have time to Google it. I don't know. Yeah. I know.
Whoa.
This is for our American friends.
Yes.
We don't do miles per hour up here. But we'll leave that up on the screen so people can guess.
That's a really good trivia question, though. Like, I think you will be surprised by the answer.
I forget. So let us know what's happening in this video.
So that was Obama receiving his first big mutant of the day. He does get several special treats, but that one had his medication, his slippery elm. So that's his gastroprotectant, since he is on daily meloxicam for his arthritis and joint support, just as an anti-inflammatory for his comfort. Yeah, wild. So this is his meal being prepped. So he gets supplemental meals twice daily. So it's a really nice mash with some vegetable oil in there as well for additional calories.
Cubes,
yeah,
beet pulp.
Yeah, lots of yummy things.
He doesn't have a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
And chewing at hay is a bit of a process. He's actually been dropping cut a bit recently. So without those molars, to be able to chew, if you see them eat side by side motion to chew up that really tough grass and hay, he doesn't really have that ability. So we do it for him.
Yes. And he's extremely passionate about breakfast. And also he kind of just does what he wants. He's very, very good at being kind of a free roaming sheep in the morning. So we usually bring his breakfast down or we set it outside the barn. He comes running outside. He knows his routine. He likes to come. Yeah, he loves to come down to the barn. That's where he knows that the big mutants.
He does this often too. He's like, I'm excited for breakfast, and then he wanders off.
Yeah, which is fine.
And then he comes back. He ends up finishing it, but that's kind of his routine. My cat does the same thing in the morning. He's like, breakfast, and eats 2 bites, and then runs away. And I was like, that's what you woke me up for.
So I think this was where I first put it, just outside the barn, and then and then I think the video before, Chris brought it a little bit further up the chute, so we kind of see what his vibe is. And at this point, zoomed in, all the way. He's all the way at the top of the chute. He likes wandering down there, looking at the train tracks.
Yeah, and there's apple trees up there in the fall, which we try to avoid having him go up there because too much is not a good thing for him.
Yeah,
ruminants shouldn't have too much.
And then here he is getting his medication. So he's a bit of a nervous guy. So the way that we've been giving him his medication is just on a spatula mixed with some peanut butter and grass pellets, and he's quite passionate about that. The alternative would be, grabbing him and putting the syringe right in his mouth or in a little peanut butter tortilla, which works great for some people, but because he doesn't have that many teeth, we just want to make sure that he for sure is going to get it all. And then here, he kind of knows the routine. He's like, okay, I've done my breakfast. I'm ready to go back. I open up the gate. He just kind of spooked for a second, but then he was like, okay, this is the life.
He thinks something weird might go on, which literally never happens.
Yeah, it's
maybe a health check every 6 weeks
when
we have to hold him. We don't hold him a lot for shearing, for health checks. But other than that, he's a pretty nervous guy.
Yeah.
Joyce back at it with the really cool questions within a question.
Amazing.
Joyce asked Yorkshire or Coon Coon.
Oh.
I think that card meant Yorkshire, like our big pigs.
Big pig.
We have Yorkshire, and we also have mostly actually Tamworth Berkshire, which are also bigger. I think it's referring to larger, farmed pigs. Yeah. But that is a great question.
Excellent question, Joyce.
Thank you, Joyce. We're going to give you the answer here for our second trivia answer. And I forget off the top of my head. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, I truly...
Oh, 11 miles per hour. Who knew that?
What is that in kilometers? What's the conversion
No
rate?
idea. If anybody wants to let us know.
1.8.
Yeah. What's that like compared to like a car traveling?
Yeah.
They can really take off. It's quite surprising.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of
don't,
people are surprised by that.
And they don't do a sprint very often.
No.
If they get spooked, which isn't very common around here, we make sure there's no loud noises or anything that would spook them. If we go around a corner,
announcing yourself.
Yeah, we're talking to ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
Ray always hears me coming because I'm talking to myself like I'm coming into the barn. They can't see really well sometimes, especially at night. So if we're just popping out of nowhere, they might run. But they do low zoomies sometimes, so that's where they might get the 11 miles per hour speed.
Yeah.
It's pretty shocking. That's quite fast. But good guesses.
I mean, the first time I saw a pig run or just like get up and move quickly, like it's shocking. You wouldn't expect that, especially like the larger breed pigs with those little legs. Yeah, they're definitely not meant for like endurance running. But
it's very short. It's like 10 seconds, maybe 15, where you get a burst. And they're done for the day.
But when they have the zoomies, it's very cute.
Led into like a new pasture.
Yeah,
really
it's very cute.
Oh, Gail! Oh my goodness! Look at all the decimal points on this one.
Whoa!
17.7
okay.
kilometers per hour.
Wow. Okay.
That's a decent speed.
I thought it was going to be faster than that. Actually, I'm curious where they got this. Speed.
Could we outrun them? If I don't run in a race, I don't know how much.
I don't want to find out.
I don't know how fast I could run.
No, me neither. Probably 2 kilometers per hour.
Anyways, if you enjoy the work that we're doing, if you want to support us even further, becoming a monthly donor is absolutely wonderful way, and it's super easy to do if you head over to our website, happilyeverester.ca, click on donate at the top, and there's a section that says monthly, and you can choose any amount. There's amounts there you can pick from, or you can pick your own amount. Even something as small as $5 a month is super helpful for the residents. It helps with their feed, shelter, medical care, everything that goes on behind the scenes every single day. And it's a great way to get involved. There's also special perks sometimes. You get links to special events and different monthly donor perks. So there's great things for us, great things for you. So we hope you consider. And we're going to keep rolling with some more trivia. And Ray is... If you hear him louder, he's right beside us now.
Yeah, he's come closer.
We're going to get in there with Ray after. I'm afraid to move the tripod. He broke this one already once, so we're gonna keep it right here, and then we'll move it after and go see him. Next trivia question: how does a chicken keep herself clean? A, mud bath. B, warm bath. C, dust bath. D, sun bath.
Ooh, cute.
So let us know what you think. And our next topic, if you missed at the beginning, goat integration. So we're gonna leave that up on the screen so you have a bit of time. And we're going to talk about something very exciting that happened this Monday. This was 2 days ago. This is fresh news.
Yes, you heard it here first.
Probably. Yeah. So what is happening here? For people who might not know, like, who are these goats? What's going on?
So on the one side of the fence, we have Gloria. So Gloria is one of our goats. She's been here, at least 2 years now. My perception of time is wild, but
it'll say on the database.
Yeah.
Now that we have the database, I haven't been memorizing all of that stuff anymore. Quite a few years.
Yeah. So a couple years. So she has been living up in the goat barn with Diablo, George, and Angelo.
For the most part. Yes. Most of the time. There's been some mixing, but
that's kind
the
of
most recent variation.
True. So on the other side of the gate, we have our 3 newest intakes. So Zoe, who's the biggest one, Pixie, who's the smallest one in the middle, and then Hazel, who's the medium size, who's on the left. So we brought Gloria down to see if she would be interested in kind of joining this crew. So right now there's just some fence time. So basically this is the first time they're seeing each other. So just
how you start any kind of integration process. Birds, pigs. Usually you want like a chunk of time, like a week or a few days at least, but we just wanted to see how they were going to respond. Yeah. And you can see here body language is starting to change. Yeah. There were some hackles up. There was some little bit of trepidation, and now she's eating in front of them. And now they're doing a little like testing each other, right? Like, like, what are you about? Horns on the back. This is all within... This is a shortened version, but this was all within like 20 minutes. All of this happening here.
Very accelerated. And we just noticed some changing dynamics up at the goat barn.
What happened? They have a bit of a social hierarchy.
Yeah,
different than the pigs and the chickens, but they still have one, and they do once in a while kind of test it.
Yeah. So we just decided to give Gloria the opportunity, bring her down, and kind of see how things would work out for her. And as you can see from this video, it started off pretty well. We were surprised because we honestly didn't know. We were like, let's just try, see what happens. And it escalated pretty quickly.
We weren't sure if they were going to be in together on that same day.
Yeah.
We just wanted to see. We wanted to go with her cues.
For
Up
sure.
at the goat barn was getting pretty tense. Also, spacing-wise, which is going to be a great thing with the new property, is there's going to be much more space. But the overnight space, the daytime space is great. The overnight space was just kind of crowded, and there'd just be too much rustling around for her. She's much smaller than the boys. They're a little bit more boisterous and access to food. So we wanted to kind of try this for her to see if it would even be an option.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Hazel was like, I don't know about this stranger.
I'm good behind the gate to start with. And you see the little bit of testing, but a little bit of playfulness. So it's kind of both happening. Tails up, hair's up a bit, which is a little nerve. But I'd be nervous too if somebody came into my house that I'd never met before.
Absolutely.
And then a little bit of feeding together. We were trying to do like, oh, you're eating together.
Yeah, positive reinforcement. Yeah, exactly.
We have a little bit of a longer, or another video after to show you them together. But yeah, cedar branches are great enrichment. They eat the bark, they eat the leaves, and it's good for parasites as well. But then they love eating it. So we're feeding that together. We're trying to do some things together, activities as new friends.
Yes. Question mark.
And so that was Monday. What's happening today?
So today is Wednesday. And they have been together since Monday, like right before lunch. Yeah. So that first day, even, we weren't sure, is this going to become a sleepover? Is this going to become a side-by-side situation? The area that they're in, it's our old barn, the old barn portion of the main barn. So there's two separate areas. So we had the option that night of closing them off and still having them being able to see each other overnight, but in separate areas. But they ended up doing well and spent all night together, and they've actually been together since.
Yeah, we haven't had to do any kind of taking them apart.
Yeah.
There's still some testing.
Yeah, definitely still figuring it out.
Feeling a little bit with the food. I don't think she had great access at the goat barn at all times because the boys were quite boisterous. So I think down here she's feeling a little more defensive around her food. And that's kind of like Diablo is like too, from where he used to be. So that's their update. We're going to talk about them a little bit more in a second. I have a little bit of more of a video. We're going to go over the answer. And we have 3 correct answers.
Nice.
We got Gail, dust bath. Lorraine, dust bath. Oh, it didn't go on the screen, did it? Lorraine and Karen.
Nice. Yes.
3 correct answers. Look at this go. And also at the same time, a question. So again, if you have any questions, let us know. I hope I don't miss any. We're trying to do a lot of different things here. Ray's beside us. We're trying to do trivia at the same time as talking about residents. But if you have any questions, let us know. We will answer them live.
Yeah.
We have our first question of the program. Does Gloria miss her boyfriend Angelo? So they were quite bonded.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any and that was also on our minds. If they were going to be really upset.
Yeah.
Do we bring him down? Do we put her up at night or just during the day? We were waiting for that. We're waiting for some kind of sign for either one of them.
Calling out to each other, but none of that.
I think he's also appreciating, even though he really likes her and you spend a lot of time together, I think he's appreciating more space at night.
I think so.
Getting them in at night has not been an issue up there. That's been kind of an issue over the past few weeks. So that's a great question. And we're still keeping an eye. We're only 2 days in.
Yeah.
Maybe he comes down for our visit. But we were waiting for him to be calling for her or something like that. And that never really happened.
Which is very surprising. And I think it's like a good reminder for us because, we tend to sometimes assume things about the residents like, oh, Gloria and Angelo, they're besties forever. But I mean, we tried it and so far it's going really well. So it's always worth trying things. It's always about the residents, like safety and comfort.
And we've had to do it before of making those decisions. And they're difficult.
Hard. Yeah, for sure.
Like moving George into a different herd because we have elderly sheep up there and he was a little too rowdy with them. So we kind of always having to make those decisions every day, essentially. That was a big one on Monday, so I'm happy we were able to see it here. And we're going to show a quick, actually I have one more trivia to go with this one. I don't think I did this one yet. Pigs dream much like humans do. True or false? Let us know what you think. Ponder it for the next
several minutes.
This is like a minute.
Okay, nice.
I'll see you back in a minute. Super cute.
First family dinner.
So you could see that they were eating some kibbles together, trying to do some positive reinforcement to say, you know, you're all safe together. You're all eating together. You all have access to food together.
Good things happen.
To show that Gloria, that like this is a good place for you to live if you want to.
Yeah,
and that's really up to her at the end of the day. But I think she's been choosing that. We have a bunch of answers to this. I think this one was a bit easier. That's why I didn't leave it up on the screen. Pigs very much like humans do. Gail says true.
Yes.
Lorraine says true. Joy says true, absolutely.
Yes.
Karen says true,
with
heart.
a heart. Yes.
Leslie says true, exclamation point. That's true. So what do we have here? Pigs go through the phase of sleep called rapid eye movement, REM, in humans. This is a deep sleep. We've seen this before.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They do zoomies.
We've seen them. Yeah, the feet going.
If they're really in
the eyes,
sometimes they do a little.
It's
like, you don't see it super often. It's usually like the middle of the night when we're not out here. But we've definitely seen it where they start to kind of run.
Yes,
zoomies in their sleep.
I feel like Bobby was the first pig that I ever saw doing that, and it just blew my mind. Yeah, when I first saw that. Yeah, very cool.
Super cute. We just have a few more updates while we're here with you. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Or if you tune in late, this will be posted right after, so you can go back and see the beginnings. We had a few other updates. If you want to play the trivia at the beginning, watch this video as soon as we're done. I think it gets posted right away. Again, if you have any questions during the live, let us know. And we will answer them here live. It's our favorite part. Okay, next one was... I almost put the answer up. What is the resting heart rate of a cow?
Oh.
I think Nicole knows this one. I don't actually off the top of my head.
I could guess,
I don't even know if I can guess. I know it would be less than humans because the larger the animal, typically the less the resting heart rate is lower. Yes. That's my only guess. But if y'all know, let us know. I'm going to keep it up in the corner, even though it might be kind of small if you're watching it on a device. So sorry about that. But let us know your guess in the comments if you have one. We got Cooper at the vet. Nicole, Nicole, what happened with Cooper this week?
So I believe it was late last week, mid to late last week, that Cooper was noted to have a little bit of kind of gunky discharge in one of his eyes, squinting a little bit. So we made an appointment to bring him to the vet. Eye issues do tend to escalate quite quickly, so that's not something that we want to wait on. He does also have a bit of a history with eye infections, so we brought him in just to have a checkup. So the vets were able to examine him. They did a stain on his eyes to make sure there was no ulcer. So he was cleared of an ulcer, which is good. So he was sent home with some pain medication and some antibiotic eye drops, as well as some environmental changes. So he is an indoor-outdoor rabbit, and he still does have outdoor access. But in his indoor area, we've taken out the straw and more shavings, just so to keep the area a little bit cleaner and to keep the dust down as well. So he still has his little litter box, which he loves to use, but his area has like soft plush bedding now instead of the straw and as many shavings. So he's doing really well. His eye is definitely improving. So we're hoping that'll continue to clear up. So yay, Cooper!
Super good news.
Yeah, and he's really, really good for his eyes.
Super handsome. Okay, we'll give everybody a few more seconds. I'm going to put up big one more time on the screen because I think it's hard to see. I have a few answers already in there. What is the resting heart rate of cow? 20 to 50, 50 to 80, 80 to 110. We'll put the answer up. Let's put it up now. Look at the timers going.
Not?
Yeah, let's do it. Whoa,
yeah,
okay.
A couple people have answered.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
have some answers. Yeah. This is our last one of today. But if you liked it, we'll do it again because it was
kind
of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was like difficult to manage doing both things at the same time, but I think we did it.
I think we got this.
Okay. Drum roll. We have the answer here. I think we got a few correct.
Ooh.
It is B.
Nice.
We got Becky with the B. Joyce. Got a few right guesses, answers. Between 48 to 84.
Nice. I actually would have thought A.
I think if I had to guess, because I actually put these together, but I didn't read. I didn't read the answers first. So now you learned something.
Well, within that range, 48 to 84.
I mean, technically, wouldn't that mean A is also kind of correct?
It would, yeah. And then, I mean, it would also depend on, like, the breed, the age. I mean, increase if there's infection or something. So that was a tricky one. But it seems like, most people were kind of on the same page that it makes sense.
The larger.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually the larger. Not usually. I think that's kind of
pretty,
consistent.
Yeah.
Larger, less beats per minute.
Yeah.
Breaths per minute too.
Yes.
Usually.
Yes.
Beats and breaths per minute, and then smaller.
Yeah.
You're using a stethoscope on a chicken.
Yeah.
Heart rate.
You can't even count.
You
can barely count it. That's wild.
Yes. And I'm not going to put the title up for this because look what Nicole found.
Oh, that's a good one.
Look what Nicole found a few days ago. I'm going to put it up now so people aren't too
super confused.
What is this?
So that is one of Denver's hoof blocks. So I found that outside of the cow barn yesterday while doing midday rounds. So those were put on. How long ago was Denver's farrier appointment?
Like about 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I want to say 2 weeks, but now I know that wrong immediately.
Our perception of time. It's been a couple weeks. So when Denver had his farrier appointment a couple weeks ago, so the farrier dug out a couple sole ulcers that Denver had on his hooves, and then he put those blocks on the opposite toes. So basically, if it was because his ulcers were on the lateral claws, the outside claws. So those blocks were put on the opposite claws, so the medial claws, basically to help take the pressure off of those lateral outside claws while they were healing. So usually they're made of wood. This was a wood one. We have also seen, I don't know exactly what the material is, but kind of like that hard plastic, rubbery kind of stuff. So we've seen and used both. So these ones were wood. So they're glued on, and then ideally they stay on for as long as possible while the opposite claws are healing. And I think we both saw, like, confirmed that those blocks were on last week, right?
Pretty recently.
When he was laying down.
Them.
Yeah.
And they stayed on for the amount of time that you'd want them to stay on. You don't want them to fall off within the first few days.
Yeah.
But that helped relieve the pressure. You probably already said that on the laterals. And then at least one has fallen off that we've known.
Yeah. The other one,
to know.
Not 100% sure if it's still there because I kind of saw that foot, the underside of it yesterday. I couldn't super tell because of the dirt. But yeah, he's shy. But he continues to still do really well. Little tidbit, actually Avery and I were doing some laser on him earlier this morning, and as he was walking away, I was just shocked at how good he's looking now. Like, that appointment really made a big difference for him.
And this contraption is like amazing.
Yeah,
it was
truly
no stress on him. There's all these hydraulics. You can't really see from this angle, but there was all these things holding him up. So when his foot was taken, whatever foot it was, taken up to be trimmed, he was not, he was being held really nicely. He wasn't kind of falling over. It wasn't a tilt, so there was no pressure sores. There was no point of pressure. It was amazing. So we were very thankful for that, and hoping that we can be doing the Pouty and Denver in there next time. Pouty got off scot-free because we were so focused on Denver for that appointment. Yeah. Pouty went running the other way, but I think he'll also enjoy that experience because that was amazing.
For sure.
Last quick update. We're going to go in with Ray for a sec.
Yeah, he's been patiently waiting.
And then we have at the very end, if you've donated to our Amazon wish list recently, we have a little unboxing video. This is our last one. Enrique.
Oh, goodness.
You might have seen a few photos like this. He did have a cone for a few days.
Yeah.
He's cone-free. He's abscess-free.
Yes.
He's, I would say, like 95% healed. He had a big abscess on the side of his face. Not really sure exactly the cause. Could be a variety of things, but he has healed up really well. But this was just a picture of him looking really sad, like maybe 3 days ago.
Yeah. I think he was playing it up a little bit. I think.
Yeah, he was enjoying the attention.
Yeah, but he's doing a lot better, thankfully. Yeah, so that was two vet visits last week, or within the last week or two.
Cooper,
Cooper
and Enrique out to the vet, Nancy.
Yeah, that's true.
3 in the past week.
Yeah.
And then the farrier coming on site.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Of resident updates. We're gonna go hang out with Ray for a few minutes. He's
ready.
He's rolling around in all these different positions of like trying to give us the best access.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why they're not in here giving me a belly rub. Yeah. We're gonna give Ray a belly rub, and we're gonna show you a little Amazon unboxing, and we'll see you again next time. Yeah, but stick around for Ray if you want. I'm gonna try to get in here.
Okay.
With the tripod.
Of course, he's come into this corner.
This is Ray's corner.
Very on brand.
This is Ray's corner.
Yeah.
Okay, what if I took this off? I'm gonna try to flip it around here.
Yeah, I can't even undo that chain. Oh goodness.
Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. If you've not heard Ray's belly rub song before, enjoy. This is a little corner he likes to go in.
Very awkward.
He's really the only one that goes in there. It's just a weird spot with gates, but it's just who he is.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of a
individual.
It's kind of his waiting room for belly rubs. It's kind of
Oh gosh.
kind of just who he is.
Yeah.
This is Ray. He happened to be in here when we came into the barn, so we thought he would be a good candidate for a bear care corner video.
Yeah, he loves the attention.
Yep. Look at him. Is that drool on the floor near his face? I think it is.
Probably.
Good boy. It's a very hot day, so he's in here staying cool. It's quite a bit cooler in this barn than it is outside. We try to keep all the windows and doors shut for the sun. Okay, one close up. We're gonna do big belly rub song, and we're gonna end with a nice little Amazon video. Quite a few boxes from our wish list. I'm going to open them here with you. This one has a bunch of heavy stickers all over it, so let's see what's in there. Okay, I need to put this box on the floor. It's so heavy. Okay, so our first box. There are some refreshing beverages for staff and volunteers for these really hot summer days. Thank you so much. This is another box full of electrolyte drinks. I think there's a name on the tag. Okay, so this box was donated from Crystalia. Thank you so much, Crystalia. Okay, this next box is a mix of different things. You can see here a variety of different oils. We use this in the supplemental feeding for the goats and sheep. This helps them maintain their weight and even gain weight for the goats and sheep that are elderly or have arthritis, trouble moving around, or have missing teeth like Obama. This box has a note. And this is also from Crystalia. Thank you so much, Crystalia. We have oil. We have snacks for the volunteers, the volunteer break room. Thank you so much. And Crystalia also gave us a few everyday essentials, recycling bags and compost bags. Thank you so much. Okay, this next box is full of tortillas. So we get all different kinds. We get the flat ones, but also these come in like pockets already, which are great to fill with different medications for the residents. So this is a whole box of these. We might put a bunch of peanut butter in there and then put some pills. Peanut butter is a great way to hide the flavor of some pills, which can be kind of bitter. And it makes it super easy for us to administer medications, especially for the pigs. That's what these are for. There is also a note in this box. This is from Laura. Thank you so much, Laura. And Laura also included some more vegetable oil. We do go through this pretty quickly, so we're well stocked up now. And a few more of the pita pockets. So another donation from Laura. And Laura has done another variety box, which is so exciting. We have some eco-friendly cleaner, some sample collection containers. So we are in the middle of fecal testing season, kind of early summer is when we do it, and we are running through a lot of these containers right now, so this restocks us. Our gloves for everyday animal care. Laura has given us 3 boxes, as well as some more everyday essentials. Thank you so much, Laura. In our last box, we have peanut butter. Like I mentioned earlier, this is what we use for those tortilla wraps. We go through a lot of peanut butter, especially for the pigs. A lot of our pig residents are on medications for arthritis and a variety of other things, age-related especially, and some coffee for the break room. And at the bottom of the box, on this little bottle of slippery elm. We give this to the goats and sheep before they get their medications to help coat their stomach, because if they're on a long-term thing like meloxicam, which is an NSAID, it can hurt their stomach over time. So we give this to them first, and we'll use this every single day.